Hi everybody, welcome back to your security survival guide. This one is a bit technical and for installers more than end users, but if you are curious on how electronics work for access control systems and how we do a little bit of the back-end work, feel free to stick around. You may actually get something out of this. What we're looking at today is an Integriti Inception Ethernet bridge. So currently, with the way the Integriti Ethernet bridges work, and again, you can use these on Inceptions as well too, is they come when you automatically configure them, which works really well, but it automatically configures in TCP. That can cause issues if you have a lot of stuff going on your network, because when you start dropping packets, at that point in time, it can cause the Inception or the Integriti to lock up. It can cause the Ethernet bridge go down, and some of your doors will stop working if you have if that's a bridge leading on to further LAN modules. A lot of technical stuff there. Sorry if you're not a technical person. If you are, bear with me and let's go ahead and jump into the video. I'll show you how to do this. Now, so what we're looking at here first is we are looking at the Ethernet module. So you can see the Ethernet module here. We have the Cat6 cable going into it. Down, we have the power supply coming into where the bottom board is. That's where the power is. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna power down this cabinet. We're just gonna completely cut the power to the cabinet. As if you could see me struggle to get the clip out because of all things. The next thing we do is we need to change all the jumpers to on except for 8. Now what this allows is allows the encryption to stay put. We don't want to redo the encryption. We just want to change the module to UDP instead of TCP. We'll plug back in the system and then we'll let it sit for 5 seconds with the power on. Basically, you'll see a bunch of fault lights come on, but really, as long as you're over 5 seconds, you're going to be fine. I'm not the most exact on the time here. Let's unplug the module again. At this point, we will take, if I can get it out, sorry. We'll take all the jumpers and we'll put all the jumpers back to where they were. Now keep in mind the jumpers are the module numbers, so you can't just choose them at random. Make sure they go back to where they are. Like in this case, it's module number 2. It's Ethernet bridge 2. All right, so we'll power it on at that point in time, and that will allow it to jump back to life with a defaulted Ethernet bridge. With the encryption still intact. So right now what we'll do is we'll take my laptop, plug it into the network. Again, I've already done the pre-config on this, so my laptop is on the right subnet, everything like that, but you need to make sure that's all done first. We have the tool from InterRange for the bridge, come up and we can see that one is not connected. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the IP address on this bridge to be the IP address we want it to be. In this situation, we are using a static IP address. So I already know what the IP address should be because, again, these were already configured just in TCP. We're just changing it to UDP. So we'll put in all that information. You don't really honestly need the default gateway or the DNS, but in this case, we'll put them together. So for those of you who are not network savvy, the default gateway is your router that leads to the internet, and then your DNS server can be, depending on how it's set up, can be the router itself again, or you can, a lot of people use Google, which is just the 8.8.8.8, and that will work as well too, because that'll allow it to get to the internet. Once it's configured, you just hit OK, and at that point, we will go to assign that Ethernet bridge, the one that's not connected, to the controller. Now, in this case, it's an Inception that is running the access control system on this warehouse. So automatic configure takes it to TCP, so we'll choose manual. We'll put in the IP address of the controller, which in this case is .10, as you can see on the video here. And then we'll change the TCP setting to UDP. Now the UDP, and we'll hit OK. The UDP doesn't wait for the talkback. It's really just a quick one-way kind of transmission, which allows it to be a lot more fault tolerant in networks that maybe have too much stuff going on because they were built in a certain way or they have a lot going on. And that's it. It is now connected. It is good to go. Problem solved. You now have the module on a UDP. If you like this and you learned something, please subscribe, drop me a comment, all that wonderful little YouTube stuff that we always ask for. Again, thank you for watching this. I appreciate your support. You can learn more about the Your Security Survival Guide show here on YouTube, or if you're watching on Spotify, the Spotify one you can listen to, but there is a video component as well. And always feel free to drop me a line because I love meeting new people and talking to people about what we do. Until then, you guys stay safe.